Stuff like that.
Man, fam, it's time to go. Woke up feeling like I had lead on my back. Sat through, tried to sit through a meeting, couldn't make it. And I'm just now waking up. I'm literally just waking up. It's like I fell asleep at 11 o'clock and took a nap. And the nap turned into a full-out sleep. So we about to do this toast. We gotta salute these ancestors. Cleve is on the grind. He's cooking his world famous ramen noodles, and you know those people that want a class on Cleveland style of ramen noodles. You know, give them a thumb. Give us, you know, like I said, say something so I know, because maybe we need to do a video on that. I'm also working on some videos, and I think that I can't blame the video, but it took the damn video so long to upload, man. But hey, we're about to get started, so y'all come on in the room, grab a seat, come on into the digital room, grab a seat, let's go and kick it. Man, family. Last night we had a bonfire going. You know what I'm saying? My babies enjoyed themselves. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping more people come out, but it was kind of last minute. But sometimes you gotta do stuff at the spur of the moment. Needed some healing going on. We are in a very special time. We in a very special time, family. A very special moment. Y'all, those of you that's been toasted with us know what I'm talking about. So let's go. Let's go and get it.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greeks. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea.
Lady Warriors,
the woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
LadyWarriorsOP.com. LadyWarriorsOP.com.
What are we, Africans? What are Africans? Geniuses. What are we, Africans? What are Africans? Geniuses.
11 steps. Considerations for empowering African-centered organizations. A special report put together by Elder Marie Kelsey after 75 years of experience in organizing our people.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us. and check out the free e-course. I'm going to make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.
That Adam and Eve myth, interpreted as it was later on in history, led to profound conceptions of the woman as inferior, and sometimes in some civilizations as essentially evil. So she's supposed to be.
Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, grab your glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Bam. Just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on, drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, drink it. Lift and drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. Drink your water. Drink. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. First off, family, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hot Tim. This is the Toast&Talk Imani, also known as Daily Toast. But on the weekends, we call it Toast and Talk because we got time to talk. At least we thought we did. Ladies, I am doing a show. I'm doing a show. Whose is that? Cleveland. I'm trying to do my show, man. My God. Of course, you know it's the heart of a simple production. It's Toast and Talk. And, of course, you know, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. All right, let me get my headphones. I ain't gonna be there. So, I wanted to give y'all a little bit of the experience there. Instagram, but hey, we gotta put it on because I can't hear nothing. All right, so, family, we about to kick it. So, all right, so now we got a tentative schedule for DigiFest. Let's see what we got. All right. Of course, I got it in the Gye-Nyame Journey, a little, you know, little notebook diary type thing. Keep when my show stops, so when I'm doing the Digi TV and stuff like that. But anyway, got other stuff in here too. So, 12 to 6. Can go over. You know what I'm saying? Can start earlier, but it's more than likely. The official start time is 12. We're gonna have the national drum call. We're working on getting the technology together for that. About 12:30, Dr. Kelsey gonna come on and open up the celebration. From Juneteenth to Malcolm X. About 1 o'clock, we're going to have Sister Roni, and it'll be about 1 to 1:15. And then we're going to have a cooking class. So now, family, be on the lookout because we will be putting the ingredients that you're going to need in order to cook the meal in advance. So for those of you that want to participate and take your device into the kitchen with you and be getting the stuff together because Sister Christine is going to do something from the African Heritage Diet. There will be one from 1:15 to 1:45. All right. From there, we got Brother Malik, and that's 1:45 to 2 o'clock. So we got that. We calling that like the health hour. You know what I'm saying? Because now you not only you're gonna move your body, but you're gonna be introduced to a cultural appropriate dish, right? So Sister Christine has been looking into the African Heritage Diet for like the last 2 years now, right? And she's been preparing and she's been cooking, and you know what I mean. And so, and she's been hyping it up, and she's living a healthy life. So, you know, you need to come in there and check that out. We also got 2 experts. We got Sister Roni that's going to introduce you to the Kemetic yoga. And then we got Brother Malik, who's also going to do some yoga and some movement things with you. Now, you see both of them on the commercial. The one commercial with the workouts and is no sound. That's Sister Roni and her crew where they do all types of stuff over the internet. You know, especially during this quarantine time, a lot of the digital stuff. But then Mbube is Brother Malik. So when you see the Mbube commercial where he talk about how do you release, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be this type of stuff that he's going to cover in there. And also giving you more information so that you can get in touch with them or know about things that are coming up as well. So 2 o'clock is open. So we got this space in there right now. It's open. So we'll be getting back to you on that one. But at 2:45 to 3:15, we got Philip Shock Matthews. At 2:45, from 2:45 to 3:15, we got Philip Shock Matthews. And from 3:15 to about 3:30, we're going to have Brother Shaka. All right? So from 3:30 to 4:15, We're going to have Sister Earth Jallo coming on, dropping it, right? Now, hold on. Let me go back to Philip Shock Matthews. Philip Shock Matthews is the brother that hit me to what's called Gye-Nyame. And I would highly advise everybody that's looking at starting any type of business, or if you have any type of book idea, or if you have, this whole Gye-Nyame concept is a powerful concept that we could use in our communities and in our families to actually start producing an income. The brother is going to come on and he's going to do an in-depth discussion about Gye-Nyame because it does work. You know what I'm saying? We're using it with Gye-Nyame and it's working. Now it takes it. You got to push, and it's not a get rich quick piece, but it's something that can actually produce income. It's about to be some pain, and it's about to be it's about to be bad around here because somebody think I'm playing. All right, so now, from 3:15 to about 3:30, we got Brother Shaka. So he's going to give you just a little taste because Shaka is going to be, I got to talk with Shaka about putting some of his stuff up so that we go, and include in the Gye-Nyame process or the Gye-Nyame process, all right? But then we got, from 3:30 to 4:15, we're going to have Sister Earth. She going to get up and she going to do her thing. So, get ready. And then from 4:15 to about 5:15, we're going to have Brother Greg Carr. All right? Brother Greg Kamathi Carr, Professor Greg Carr. You know what I'm saying? You probably seen him on Roland Martin's show. You probably seen him on Karen Hunter's show. You know what I'm saying? You probably seen some YouTube videos with him on. Or you might have just heard of the brother. Because he's a dynamic historian. He's an Africologist. I think that's how you look at it. And the goal of the whole movement, the Afrocentric movement, was to teach us how to see the world from our frame of reference. So I don't think he like necessarily being called a historian. He's more of someone who teaches people how to see things from our perspective. So whether that's using history, or that's using education, or that's using science, or that's using ancient history, learning to see the world from our perspective. Y'all got it? All right, so and then after that, I ain't gonna tell y'all who we got, but it's gonna be shocking and amazing. It's gonna be shocking and amazing. I gotta set it up. I'm trying to set it up. All right, ladies, why don't y'all go to your room? I don't see why y'all couldn't do that in the first place. And give my hour, please. All right. So, but I will be announcing, because we got that space open at around 2, and we also got, we know what we got at the end. It's just a matter of when I have to seal the deal. And after the deal with family, we have to seal the deal because there's other factors involved, right? Got to use some so I started the show today, and when I woke up I had an idea, but I'm old and those ideas slipped. All right, so I didn't necessarily put a title, and then also I decided not to put a title as well because when I came up with what I was gonna put up this afternoon, I wanted to talk a little bit about bitchery. It's a term that I coined, bitchery. I wanted to talk about bitchery and give you some real world examples of bitchery so that you will be able to use the word properly, right? So that you can call it how you see it. That's bitchery. I want to give you some examples of bitchery. So after we get done with the toast, I'm going to reach into our news timeline and give you examples of bitchery. All right? So that you can, bitchery and bitchcraft. That's what it's, but all right. It's bitchcraft. My fault. Did I put bitchery? It's bitchcraft. It's fuckery and bitchcraft. I want to give you examples of bitchcraft. So we're going to talk about bitchcraft. That's right. Bitchcraft. Right? But anyway, let's go get our toast on, because I know the ancestors like, man, where y'all been? What's going on, dog? You been waiting around here all day. I was over there knocked out. I was like, oh my God. I said, okay, wake me up at 1. Wake me up at 1:30. Okay, Google, wake me up at 2. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, okay. So 2 o'clock came. I finally rolled up out, and then I started getting the show ready. But then it was, and part of the issue was, for me, I had I did a ceremony last night, but the issue was I wasn't planning to do it. You understand what I'm saying? It was something that was necessary. So oftentimes, like I said, I call myself an urban shaman and shit like that. Oftentimes I get, I have to get up and I have to go do some shit. And like I said, I mean, I am so far behind. You know what I'm saying? Not only do I got a lot of stuff to do on my adventure, I also got a lot of stuff to do as far as Gye-Nyame, because I got videos to cut. And I was going to do that yesterday. And me and my girl stepped out the house, so I get them out the house for a minute. And that minute turned into, a whole, and I ain't going to say the time was lost. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't lost. It was a beautiful, my daughters had a beautiful time with their grandmother. And then when my brother called, I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Went out. That's what we do. But like I said, all that stuff come at expense. So when I'm talking with folks and and even when we having fun conversations, family, please realize, right, that we are in both our lives, we're pulling from one thing to give to another. Because you know what I'm saying, we always got to try to manage that balance, but that time that we have is very limited. And as you start getting older, you start noticing how fast this shit goes. Like, cause I remember at 20, it'd be like, damn, me trying to wait for something, it would be like, oh man. And I remember even younger. Do y'all remember when y'all was younger, those of you that celebrated Christmas, how long it took to get to Christmas? But when I got older and started paying for Christmas, that shit comes so quick. You know what I'm saying? And the older I get, the faster the year goes. The older I get, the faster the day goes. Right? And I'm sitting up here like, but it's the same amount of time. But my focus is different. Right? And it's like, so when we're doing work, when you're doing work, you have to find a way to balance that with the life. All right? Because my role in the community is I am a brother to many. I am a father to a lot. I am a friend to even more. And that requires me to be able to be available in some cases at the drop of a hat. That's part of a duty of a warrior nation builder. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's talking about they build a community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to really be aware of somebody that, you talking about building a community with, but they ain't never got no time. How you build a community? And you ain't got time to interact with those that are in need. Those that might need an ear to listen to. Or better yet, might even need some advice. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, all that comes at a cost. All that, but my ancestors teach us that those who are not willing to sacrifice will not be fulfilled. So at this point in time, part of my sacrifice is my time. And I sacrifice it to my loved ones, my friends, my family, my tribe. Right? So that's my little spiel for the moment. And I hope that explains a little bit why I'm tired, because like I said, we left out of here. We were supposed to be back in about 2 hours. We left out of here at like 5:36. We didn't walk back into the house until about 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? About 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh my God. Sasha went to the car and crawled in the back and went to sleep. Gina was still wired all the way till she got in the car and we was going home. You know what I'm saying? She was hyped. You know what I'm saying? But because Kojo brought out, because I ain't never do it, but he took the steel wool, right, and lit the steel wool for her, and she could spin it. You know what I'm saying? You were like, be careful, and they helped us build the fire and stuff like that. And, they got in the middle of the city, right? Because Kojo owned that piece of property, still behind the New Harvest Cafe. So anybody that, like I said, anybody that has some type of outdoor event that you want to do, and you want to do it in the community, you know what I'm saying? You need to holler at Kojo, because he still has that garden area behind behind where New Harvest is. So there's a lot of different those that have creative ideas that you want to do for the community, in the view of the community. You know what I'm saying? Hit up Kojo Ababio. All right, so now, family, without any further ado, it's time for us to do the toast. The toast. It's time for us to do the toast. Where we at? Let me find the Daily Toast. There you go. Boom, get that Daily Toast screen up. Bow. There we go. That transition. Now, so also, all those that might be interested in learning how to use OBS, let me know, because one of the things that the elders are asking me, really demanding of me, is to do courses on, like stuff like how to share on Facebook, or because some people having problems with signing in on a support thing. Do a small video on that, showing people how to do that. I have another elder who wants to do a video on cutting video, so that we can share with the young people as well, and be able to start distributing some of this material that we have. Right? Somebody on the line. Who on the line?
It's Shaka.
What's going on? I ain't did the toast yet, so it's gonna be a while before we start talking. But what's going on?
Not much, man. Just calling me.
All right. So I'm gonna start putting those videos together for the elders. Now, the reason I'm putting that out there to y'all right now is those that might have an interest in learning how to use OBS. You know what I'm saying? If there's some aspects of OBS that you want to learn how to do, so that you could do. My scenes aren't super complicated, but they're not. Ooh, see that? Got that scene right there. We got the receipt screen. Y'all can see the receipt screen, right? With the stuff dropping where I got that going. I can show you how to do that. We got Baba's book, where you could go post up your own products, right? You know what I'm saying? I can show you how to, I can show you the small stuff that I use and what I know how to do. Cleveland already did a video on how to sign up for Restream.io, and maybe I'll get him to do a video on how to sign up for Streamlabs as well. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just like little stuff like that we could use in this Gye-Nyame system that we got, where we could all benefit. But anyway, let's get back to our Daily Toaster screen. Get back to that Daily Toaster screen, and we're about to go and toast it up, family. So let me go and get this ambrosia. I'm kind of scared to open it by my computer, so I'm going to pull it back a little bit. We're going to hold it up like this, and we're going to Oh, it's gonna be. Let me move it so Instagram can see. Y'all grab this on Instagram. Woo! Y'all see that? Did y'all did y'all see that? Now it wasn't as explosive as I thought, but I love when that smoke come out first. Take your breath. Now, of course y'all know I do my ambrosia unfiltered because I want to get all. You still want the big bucket wash? Yes, please. Okay. Because I want all of the probiotic action. But now we have moved in Gye-Nyame, we done moved to the double filtering process. So y'all won't if you get any of you won't get any of that. I got a double filtering process, but I love it. And those people who would like to have that aspect of the ambrosia, y'all need to let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because we could definitely get you onto that. That's nothing but probiotics. That's all that is. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go and do this toast. First off, give an honor to the creator. By whatever name you choose to call that creator, we lift up our glass, we salute that creator. And guess what we say? Y'all know it by now. The words are Ashe, right? I see you, Mama Margarita. How you doing today? Huh? And by the way, I need to know what phone company you got so we know, so that we could do what you need us to do. All right? Let me get back. So we lifted up the creator. What else do I need? Okay. I need to open up my chat so I can see what's going on. All right, so here we go. So now we move to uplifting our ancestors. We lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors. Okay? So we lift up our glass. And of course, we're going to go down the list. I'm going to go down the list as far as I can by memory. Here we go. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Ellen, Gaston, Aunt Nina, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittmanell, No More X, Sapet Mahan Rob, Malika Pakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and the Luxor Brothers, Miss Zeta Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Durden, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Delos Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Roger, good God Almighty. Forgive me, Brother Kwame. I had it straight. So here we go. And I know exactly what. Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda. Wait, my fault. George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Angie Holmes, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunters. Let me just go from there. Good God Almighty. Charlie Hunter. Where we at? Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Here to Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernie Squells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Trevez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Addie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Adam Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Monez, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We have William Walter West, Nigella Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Wallace, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, and the Bostic, Winifred Scanner, Bear, Winston Haley, Emma Hine, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Prithup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christian Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwilyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet, McCain, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Matt Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mae Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Ward Pruitt, H.A. Browning Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Carwell Sr., Robbie Lee Carwell, Nevada Metro, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shakamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lord Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadish, Reginald Albert, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Benny Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We also have, coming from the Black Book, we got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Anthony Brown. We got Jonathan Ford. We got Lottie Gaucher. We got Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jepson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sally Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Y. Hakeem Nkoma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Charlton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jessica Carl White, Desi Woods, Tillard Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Sister Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cooper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Minter. We got Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stiff Gibbs. Can you cut that light off in there, please? We got Carl William Duncan Jr. We got Jenna Callahan. We got Danny Hill. We got Miko D. Nice Hill. We got Andre Martin. We got Mabel Williams. We got Terry Brown. We got Teresa Biddle. We got LaVonna Kincaid. We got Carla Sawyer. We got Reverend Jesse Porter. We got Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Riesling. We got Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, and we got Leroy Raleigh. Man, oh man, family, we have done it again. We raise our glass to salute our ancestors. And in saluting our ancestors, we salute ourselves because we have stayed consistent. Man, I'm proud of y'all. And you know, and I get to be proud of myself because we out here, we doing the work. We lifting up a glass and we say, I say from there, family, what we do. We move to this present moment. What's going on in this present moment? Yesterday, I'm kind of hurt. I wore the red shirt yesterday. Nobody said, Brother Hatim, you got on the red shirt. That's the wrong day, man. Not even my kids, even though they want to sit here and talk. Why you right there when you got all up upstairs to do all that? All right, so let's keep it going. Right now, we are on Imani. So I'm going to ask everybody, in this moment, we are in Imani. I'm asking everybody, activate those reticular formations. We are in search of Imani. Once again, in search of. Y'all remember Leonard, those of you old enough, y'all remember Leonard Nimoy's show? No, Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy's show called In Search Of. Right now, we are in search of Imani. Right? Family, you know, activate those reticular formations. It's out there. It's in your house. It's in your life. It's in your tribe. It's in your family. It's at your job. It's everywhere. We just got to learn how to see it. We got to see through some of this bitchery that's out here. We got to see some of my fault, some of this bitchcraft, and some of this fuckery out there. That's why I got to say the words together. I'm going to mix them up. So we got to see past the fuckery and the bitchcraft so that we can go on and be able to see and focus on our principles. Because in us learning how to see our principles, not excluding all that, not acting like that stuff don't exist, but by us learning how to focus on our principles, it gives us the power. It gives us the power, our power in the moment, right? So remember the proverb. It says that the first source. It said the first source. It says rightness is the love of the first source, and the first source is in love with rightness. And how do we get right? Principles. right? Our ancestors left us specific principles that we had to practice in order to be a healthy person and to have a healthy tribe and a healthy community. They left us principles. One of the principles that they left us is the concept of Imani. Deeper than just believing. Shouts out to D-Crow Chest Design. Shouts out. So they left us how to be right. Right? And when we're right, we are the love of the first source. We receive the love of the first source. We bathe in the love of the first source. But we got to start recognizing our principles. That is a powerful idea, right? Because, you know, a lot of systems is telling us we got to be we got to do, you know what I'm saying? What our ancestors taught us or what our ancestors left us is, yes, but here are the principles that you can follow. Very simple. Very easy, right? We got Umoja, we got Kuchi Shagli, we got Ujima, we got Ujama, we got Nia, we got Kumba and Imani. We got truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. Right? It ain't even complicated. Right? Want to be right, practice a principle. Want to be right, practice a principle. And it's very important to practice it within your inner circles. See, because what we do is we practice our principles outwardly. We want to demonstrate to the world. And what we have to be able to do first is demonstrate to us. To us. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not responsible for practicing my principles with anybody outside of my group. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying. And I want y'all, and those of you that might get mad at that, I want you to look at every other group. I want you to look, you can take a look at Judaism, you can take a look at Islam, you can take a look at Christianity, you can take a look at Buddhists, you can take a look, and then let's break it down to people. You even look at certain tribes and certain groups of people. I want you to see how they view the outside world. For many of y'all, it's gonna become very uncomfortable because you're going to be faced with a very, very rough story. Because people that operate, how can I put it? The reason slavery happened was because there was an outside group to perpetrate it upon. The reason a lot of the atrocities in the world happened is because it was one group that was outside of another group, and I was able to go and basically destroy and take their shit because they wasn't real. They didn't belong to us. They didn't belong to the bloodline. We got to understand other people is operating like this, and yet we just talking universal love. All right? How you going to win with that? I'm just saying. But hey, I'm going to move to the moment. Let's get back to the moment. So bringing it back to the moment, fam. Bringing it back to the moment. When we look for our principles in the moment, we empower our moment, right? We're not having our moment taken over by bitchcraft and fuckery, because that's what it's designed for. It's designed to take your mind off of the moment and get you involved in, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway. So for those that don't speak the language, and if you don't speak the language, you need to go on and check out our e-course, family. Go to free GNJecourse.com, free GNJecourse.com. All right. So Imani means faith, and I forgot. I want to give a round of applause to all of the Imani born, to all the Imani babies out there. Shouts out.
Shout out.
You a Imani baby?
No. I'm just kidding. Shout out.
But Cleve is. What day you born on?
Wow.
Oh, did you say Kwabena?
Yep.
Dog, you stop playing, Shaka. All this time you a Coochie Chocolate baby. I ain't know that, man.
Hey, come on, man.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, Cleve is a Quasi. Cleve is a Imani born. Quasi Low is a Imani born. So shouts out to all those that are Imani born. Also on this day, for those that don't speak the language, Imani is faith. The Modic principle of the day is harmony. Trust is what we teach the young people. Another from the M7, what we call the M7. Red is the color, and nobody told me yesterday that I was wearing the wrong color. Gender is the Hermetic law. Male for the day is Quasi, and female is Akusua. All right, so now let's move on, because I know Shaka got some news for us. So we're gonna raise our glass at the moment, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to our children's children, on to infinity. We lift them up, we salute them, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we toast all of our relations, because we're connected to everything out here. It's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with standing up and recognizing direct connections, right? We lift up our glass, we say Ashe. From there, family, I wanna lift this toast up. This toast is for. This is called that selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness, to move towards the best you, to move towards the highest you, to move towards the most powerful you? We lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. Last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most beautiful, the most uplifting, the most outstanding, the most impressive, the most inspiring, the strongest, and the bravest individual in the room. I lift my glass up to you. I toast you. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and... Say it again, baby. 100 years. What? They can't hear you. 100 years. That's right, in 100 years. So let me go on, sip. All right, Shaka, we done finished the toast, man. What's going on in your side of the world? Because you came in early, so you ready to go. I know you got some stuff ready to go.
Man, I'm really anxious to really move this week to interface the nation builders and the community builders that have been, really maintaining functionality in my existence. Anyways, piece is that it's interesting when you're in a place where you can see the worlds merging and to be I think that's where I've always wanted the conversation to be. But the state of urgency in the world right now really calls for us to for me to be kind of like Nick Fury and bringing the Avengers together, so to speak. So that's going to be interesting. All right, so I just want to put the energy.
So you said you putting them together in Cleveland? I mean, like, what's the? I mean, I don't.
Well, no. See, I want. All right, so the conversation that you've been maintaining forever is really what I feel like where the conversation needs to kind of adjust to, pertaining to our state of emergency and in terms of the product of the George Floyd situation. And so, when it was brought up in a meeting last week, in terms of what is real and what is, what can be done to, to me, the only answer is reparations. And so when
what you say?
Being brought in,
did you say reparations?
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Amen. You never even go to church.
So putting that into context and bringing the community members and the community builders, rather, into the conversation with the nation builders, I feel like it's definitely one of those pieces that needs to happen. And I mean, because what I've experienced is that both, um, in its highest regard, like the folks that I deal with from a community side, are very deliberate in the way that they maintain the conversation, are very deliberate in the way that they maintain a resourcefulness in the conversation. Dig. So, uh, really being able to get down to where we are in crisis and where we are in progress. I feel like that is a dead center conversation that needs to happen and needs to be put into the front line of the media that's being produced. So as we're talking about it, I'm having to put audio together for an interview regarding Black Phoenix and regarding how music changes things and how art is able to help maintain a moral climate through the time of despair and intention. So bam, all of that. Operator.
I've been running my mouth all that goddamn time. You can. Oh, damn. Thank you, Sharika. Oh, little sis saved my life. I was about to go in. Well, anyway. Oh, man. Shouts out to Nubia. Shouts out to Sharika. Can y'all hear me now? I'm so shamed. I'm so damn shamed. I should have known. I should have known. But anyway, I'm back up now. Oh, man. Listen, I just said words to say the world, and that y'all missed it. Oh, man. But anyway, now what I was saying was, family, when Shaka started talking about the importance of the artist, because he's been trying to pull a collective of artists together, right? That first off could do things together, but also to bring the artists together in a conscious fashion, because artists are the vanguards of the revolution. Not only are artists the vanguard of revolution, in many cases, artists are the vanguards of a culture. Artists determine, and I want y'all to think about this, artists determines how generations think. Either they reflect that, or at first they start reflecting that, and then they begin to influence that. We have to be very clear about this, right? So it ain't just I'm just making music. No, motherfucker, you're not just making music. You're guiding culture, because for a long time, what we got to understand is that the artist usually would take the message of the culture out. This is why the artist has always been so important in culture. This is why artists have always been important, because they're carriers of culture and they're carriers of the mind state of the people, and they could shape and form the mind states of the people. So how we have been able to make it this far in our struggle and in our survival has been through the messages of the artist. So at Gye-Nyame and in the Black Phoenix, we talk about the artist being the vanguard of the revolution. The artist being the vanguard of the culture. Because I want to tell y'all how important, and I want to demonstrate for you on a different level of how important the artist is. Right? Now, we all know, a lot of us know that in ancient Africa, especially in the cultures, even with cultures where they had writing, that the history was in a sense embodied in a group of individuals called the griots, because the griots could make the history entertaining. They didn't just go through and just sing all the names. And if they did just sing all the names, they would do it in a fashion where people be like, oh, we know people like that. You know, you give them a couple of sentences and they could turn that shit into something incredible, and you can't do nothing but grab your mouth, because the griot was so cold with it, right, that they would be able to keep thousands of years of history and be able to sing about these thousands of years of history, and people would actually want to come see them. We'll sit around for hours and listen to their accounts of the history of the people. Now, what also did that do? That inspired the younger generation to move beyond what their ancestors had done. Now, I got to go to the Europeans for this one. Now, do y'all know what inspired Alexander the Macedonian? They often like to call him Alexander the Great. Right? But I call him Alexander the Macedonian because I know where he's from. And I know that, what he did wasn't all that great. Going around killing motherfuckers and just taking their shit. You know what I'm saying? We go out here, Pookie out here doing that shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Give Pookie about 10,000 motherfuckers. Pookie probably could do the same thing today. Right? But anyway, Alexander the Macedonian was inspired to do what he did because he read the story, or somebody told him the story about Achilles and Hercules, and he wanted to move beyond, at that time, what was considered his ancestors. So what a griot does is not only helps you understand where you are as a group, how you got there as a group, but the griot also inspires the young to push beyond. So when we talking about, we understand the importance of artists. I understand the importance of a shaka to the movement. Because you need somebody that can, in an entertaining fashion, transmit what is going on. And you think your enemy don't realize that? So what they do to our artists? Huh? I want y'all to think about it. Come up into the 80s with me. Right? Come up into the 80s with me. What started to happen with our artists? And let me show you the power of inspiration of art. When I was young, there was a show that lasted no more than 3 years. It was a show where individuals in funny clothes, working in close quarters, flying through space. They talked on strange devices, and they could be almost anywhere and be able to talk on these devices. So you would be able, they had strange machinery that would be able to transmit human beings from one place to another in a momentary fashion. They had strange guns, and this shit was called Star Trek. But what a lot of people don't know is that Star Trek was the inspiration for the young people to start coming up and inventing things like cell phones and replicators, which is called 3D. This nothing but 3D printing. So please, we have to understand what art does. And because we don't, and we think it's just, I'm just rapping to the beat. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just putting a movie together. No, you weaving destiny, homie. You weaving destiny. Please understand, right? And please understand why, in most cases, they wouldn't bring no griots over here. When they came and snatched our ass up, please understand. Griots went down up under the knife because there's no way that I could keep you and maintain you in slavery if you know that you got a history. Because the whole idea is for me to destroy all that. But somehow it still came, right? And up until, 60s, 70s, even with some of the fuckery that was going on, some of the bitchcraft that was going on, we still was able to deliver those messages. But somewhere along the line, we got lost. The messages became warped. And art became about the money. And we stopped supporting our artists. So our artists had to start looking for other people to support them. You don't find it strange that you never hear about you never hear about what's that Italian artist? Van Gogh. Or the one guy, I can't remember the one guy's name. They said he was like a genius in a lot of different. You never hear about them looking for jobs. Because they would have individuals that would support them because every other culture understands the importance of their artists. Now I'm going to tell you this. You can tell the state of a culture by how they treat their artists. If the artist is not needed in the culture, that culture is being controlled by outside forces. If the culture does not, Picasso, thank you very much, Nubia. You never heard about Picasso really looking for a job. You heard about him looking for a sponsor. Let's keep it real. You could tell the state of a people by how they treat their artists. This is just my theory. This is my idea. Y'all can argue with me if you want. How a people treat their artists let you know whether that people are free or not. If they do not value the art and do not support the artists in their community, they are beholden to others. They are enslaved in some form or fashion because free people value their artists. They support their artists because deep down inside they know this is how the collective unconscious is expressed. But of course, if your collective unconscious has been destroyed and you have been turned into a slave, you don't need the collective unconscious. So you have to do
you
things.
Talking about that mentally enslaved? Then?
It don't matter whether it's mentally or physically. It don't matter. When you enslaved, it don't matter. That's just my opinion. It don't matter. You can be physically or, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can see how people treat how we treat. Look at how we treat artists, how other people treat their artists. But I'm just sorry. But go ahead. You called in. Sister Navita called in. Let's give Sister Navita a round of applause. What?
Okay, I'm trying to see what's going on, see what you're talking about. You can't see my comments on.
And I don't listen. I got Nubia. She's on Facebook. I got Margarita. She's on Facebook. I got Sharika. She's on Facebook. And you telling me that you was posting up your comments and
I was about to, but you never see them, so I'm gonna do a test right now.
Do a test right now. Now, family, and what this is going to show us is that we are being monitored at all times. They do not. I mean, they are heavy on Sister Navita. So anyway.
Yeah, I left for test, but whatever. It didn't. I don't think you see it, but it's cool. I'm just gonna tune in, and I don't know how long you got left on here. You haven't been on that long after the toast, anyway. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Cleveland got me a bowl of. Did you boil me an egg, man? Cleveland got me a bowl of that ramen over there. I'm about to chow down, but we're gonna finish the talk because I wanted to give y'all a couple of examples of bitchcraft. So that we can start being able to call this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a term that was coined and created by Gye-Nyame Journey. And since it was created by Gye-Nyame Journey, we want to make sure people know how to use it to blow up people's old paradigm. And be like simply, man, that's some bitchcraft. I see you, that's bitchcraft. Right? So let's go and look at some examples of bitchcraft. You want to take this journey with me, Sister Navita?
I'm going to take this journey with you, Brother Hassan.
All right, let's see. Let's go to our news screen. We're going to go to our news screen. Pow. We're going to transition over. All right. There y'all go right there. There go, the abstract rebel. All right. So, oh, man, I didn't pull it up. All right, cool. That's cool. This computer is somewhat fast. So we go to facebook.com, Gye-Nyame Journey, /Gye-Nyame Journey. Anybody that's looking to follow us on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and take this and I'm going to copy it. And I am going to move over to my chat here. I'm going to expand the chat so we could chat on Spreaker. As well as I'm going to go to our chat on here and I'm going to post it up. Those who are not following us, who have not liked us on Facebook, please, if you would, do us that favor. Check us out on Facebook, like us. Because I wanted to tell y'all, man, I got to give y'all a round of applause, family, because we have reached over 1,000. Now, for a long time I've been talking about reaching over 1,000, and it's like we about 13, 14 beyond 1,000. I didn't even know this. So I want to give the family a round of applause. And also, I want to thank the family because y'all been sharing. Y'all been sharing like crazy. It is incredible. And it's like, and we're really looking forward to being able to do this DigiFest with you, family. The DigiFest is going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a good time. We're going to have live music. We're going to have, because Brother Shaka going to be performing. We're going to have, I'm not going to say the other musical act yet because we ain't got to see it. So we're going to lock it down, and then we will bring out the other musical act, and we might got some other stuff popping up. But we definitely got Brother Greg Kamati Carr, Dr. Greg Kamati Carr. We got Brother Philip Shock Matthews, you know what I'm saying? And we got Sister Earth. It's going to all be packed in to one day. We got the cooking going down, so you're going to be able to cook right along. So you're going to be able to cook and have you a culturally appropriate meal while you chilling with us, right? But anyway, let's get over here and let's look at some of this. Let's look at some bitchcraft. I want to be very clear with y'all about some of this bitchcraft that's floating around here. All right. So, oh, man, we got 3. Live now, we got 3. Okay, all right, cool. Hey, Shit, take what we could get. Thank you, family, for taking the time and chilling with us here. All right, so now we got this brother. Now, I won't play the video, but he got 2 million views, and he's talking about basically how we fight. What's next, right? So, take some time, check that out. Sister CeeLo put that up on the timeline. We want to thank Sister CeeLo because she is on the team. So what I got to figure out is how she was able to get her name on it, because usually when I post, it's hard for me to get outside of Gye-Nyame journey. So we're going to give her a round of applause for posting that up. Our goal is to become your spot where you come and get news about us. All right, let's see. All right, so where we at right here? Okay, they say we got 3. Dang, y'all, listen, y'all. Whoa, wait, Sister Navita, I don't know if you can see this, but we got 250. We reached 255 people for this podcast right now that we on right now. 35 engagements. We got 15 comments and family. 11 shares. 11 family. Oh my God. I am flattered. I am humble. I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all loving on Gye-Nyame journey right now. Thank you. Because every time, because what you start to notice, because I want you to understand this, what's not here is how many views totally we done got. But I'm telling you, when the shares are in double digits, it's a good chance that the views are in triple digits. All right, so let's keep it moving. See, now there go. Now, Navita, I don't know if you can see this, but on Facebook, your comments are up. But if I pull up where I look at my comments, your stuff is your name ain't nowhere to be signed. Girl, I don't know what you did on Facebook, but you better leave those white folk alone, because they done.
You done blocked me. But get to the topic, please.
I am on topic.
Okay.
Why you always rushing somebody? You always in a hurry. Where you trying to get to?
What's up, Navita?
The topic. What's going on? Is this Quasi?
Shaka.
Oh, you don't sound so much alike to me. What's up, Brother Shaka?
How y'all doing?
We doing good. So she trying to rush me to get to the topic. I guess she got better stuff to do.
This is me.
She got better stuff to do, but I'm about to get to the topic. So I got a couple examples on our timeline for bitchcraft. So let's see. Let's move down. All right, here we go. Here is an example of bitchcraft in business. Riot insurance. Small business learn what is and isn't covered. Bitchcraft. You, as a small business owner, you, as a property owner, you pay your insurance, and when something happens, the insurance company comes out and has the audacity to tell you what is not in the policy. A riot is not predictable. It's almost like, I don't even know if you could buy fucking riot insurance, but you buy insurance to protect your business from all types of happenings. But what start to happen? People come with fuckery and bitchcraft. And by the time they get done talking to you, a lot of those expenses, a lot of these small businesses are going to have to pay for themselves. And I'm saying bitchcraft. That's what that is. They done switched it up on you. But I want to give you a more potent, a more personal, a more saucy flavor of bitchcraft. Y'all ready? Y'all want to see it? I guess not. I guess they went to sleep on me. But these insurance companies ain't shit.
We ready. I just mute the phone so my background don't be on the call. But we ready.
Okay, all right. Let's move to this most important. This bitchcraft practicer right here, Miss Candace Owens. Straight 100% bitchcraft. Now I want y'all to, I want to read a little bit into this article. And I do agree that people do have the right to feel how they feel. But when it's just something bitchcrafty about her that I can't quite put my finger on it. But are you familiar with Candace Owens? Anybody out here? Anybody ain't familiar with her?
Yes, I'm very familiar with her. She's a Negro Bedouin. She's been around for a minute. She does the white talking points.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. So this is her. Everything Candace Owens has said about George Floyd so far. Now, it ain't just the fact that she said this about George Floyd. She has an established history of coming in and trying to change our narrative. You know what I'm saying? Discussing our narrative with our face, but other people shit on it. Bitchcraft. She's trying, and she got a whole little bitchcraft circle where they practice fuckery on a regular basis, and they're spreading their evil magic across the land. And we have to find a way to stop this. You know what I'm saying? This shit is ridiculous. But let's go and listen. Has anybody heard what her view on George Floyd is, and the view on the protesters and all that? Oh, I can't subscribe to Newsweek. I'm sorry, Newsweek. Y'all ain't getting my money. All right, here we go. I'm just saying. We got enough subscriptions as Gye-Nyame. You know what I'm saying? All right. Conservative activist and Trump supporter Candace Owens. Let me ask this: is it just me, or is she getting lighter? Or should I say paler?
I think she's getting less brown.
Okay.
But that's the camera and the lighting that they working on, because she's chocolate as hell.
I don't know. She's starting to get that pale complexion like Michael Jackson. But anyway.
I mean, she might be using that Ambi. I don't know, but.
So, all right. Conservative activist Trump supporter Candace Owens has been very vocal about George Floyd on social media. It is not the first time Owens comments on the subject of race. Comments on the subject of race have made headlines. Let me make sure I get a proper credit. This is from Newsweek. This is by Marina Watts. Let's keep it moving. She recently explained why she doesn't agree with the supposed narrative that is being pushed surrounding Floyd. On May 25th, Floyd was killed while he was, we know this. Since then, protests demanding police reform have been held in over 400 cities across the country, according to USA Today. And many of these places, they are calling for, in a sense, to dissolve the police force. Family, which is something that we all really need to look at. I know some of y'all scared, but we really need to look at that. Because it won't be as bad as some of y'all think. Because of course we will have to take responsibility in our community, but we'll be able to empower people to take the responsibility. Because I'm getting our point, and Navita always rushes me, so I'm gonna stay focused. But don't be scared of that shit. They trying to scare you. We can handle it ourselves. I heard you. I
don't disagree.
No, I want to talk. No, I got somebody over here. Man, in the background, in my house. You know, I'm like, what? You know, because we have been taught that we can't, and we've been brainwashed. That's that bitchery. We can control. We have been doing it for generations. We have been doing it. But anyway. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who was caught on video kneeling on. I can't read that shit. All right, I'm sorry. That shit throws me into a spin. So let's move down. In a controversial 17-minute long video shared on Twitter on June 3rd, Candace Owens said that she does not support George Floyd and the media's depiction of him as a martyr for Black America. All right. What's the bitchcraft, Brother Hatem? So now, the bitchcraft is where you take one idea and you kind of do a shell game and switch it, right? See, because Candace is either really stupid, right? She's really stupid or she's acting like she don't understand on purpose. She did a 17-minute video where she's talking about why she don't support George Floyd and the media's depiction of him as a martyr for Black America. Now, first off, she's falling for this whole piece where this is about George Floyd. Now, all those that are involved with the movement where it's just about George Floyd, for me, it's kind of problematic. George Floyd is a spark up on top of a lot of gunpowder that America have been basically hiding in our community. She says he's a martyr, and people and so she's changing the whole story to where it's like people are in a sense worshiping this dude, and he's a martyr for Black America, and it's like she's framing it. So of course, once they come after they go through George Floyd's history, it's going to look bad for us if people believe this narrative. Oh, you looked at him as a martyr. No, he was a spark. He was a spark. So, after people got on her ass, she started softening up her comments a little bit. All right, confession. George Floyd is neither a martyr or a hero, but I hope his family get justice. So she got to soften that shit up a little bit. If you want to see it, it's right here on Periscope. You go and watch that shit if you want. You know what I'm saying?
So she had a semi-rebuttal to her initial statement?
No. Did she? Because I ain't make it there for you.
She said she softened it.
Right. Because what she's saying is, now, because she is black, and she going to run into black people.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? So she had to kind of soften up. Confession. George Floyd is neither a martyr or a hero. Now, Navita, question for you. Did you ever think of George Floyd as a martyr or a hero? Or, did any of those terms ever pop up for you as far as this whole movement?
No, I don't know how he became a hero by being murdered by the police.
God damn. Thank you. Shaka, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Did you, have the words martyr or hero been used around you, or did you consider George Floyd a martyr or a hero?
Not at all.
So you see how she's playing with these words. That's bitchcraft. Bitch, ain't nobody said that. Queen bitch, nobody said that. Nobody said that this man was a martyr, nor did they say he was a hero. He was an example of an injustice that has been carried on in this country for at least 300 years, 400 years. But you want to play with words. Bitchcraft masters learn how to play with people's words and fuck it around and try to change the narrative so that people that really don't understand become further lost. And then you can hit them with, well, George Floyd was a criminal, and all of a sudden, now everything that they see on TV,
the narrative has changed. The
narrative has changed. And the narrative was never George Floyd. Although people are screaming justice for George Floyd, you see all of the other shit that's spilling out from this. Yes, he deserves justice. That's all we saying. He deserves justice. The man was basically murdered. He was publicly executed.
Correct.
Who else but somebody practicing bitchcraft will come out to say this? And then you got to wonder, what happened to you, baby, that you feel that you got to come out and roll on your people like this? What in the fuck happened to you? What are they giving you? You know what I'm saying?
I hear people say that about, like, well, what is it? She must have had her heart broken by a dark black African brother. But honestly, I just think that may or may not be the case. She just, because living in America, if you don't, it's easy to fall into that mindset of I want to quote unquote be on the winning team.
Ooh, say that. Wait, say that last part
it.
again. Say that last part again, Navita, because that's basically what it is. Say it again. What is it?
I want to be on the winning team.
She want to be on the winning team.
That's how I think in her mindset, she wants to be on the winning team. So this is what she is doing to be on the winning team.
Not realizing.
So when she get her Negro wake up call, she's already a bed wench. You know, the way she talks about black people, there's no way of her being the black woman she is. Her white man cannot sincerely respect her. But you know, when it comes to that sexual part, that fetish, you know, and for people who operate primarily out of their sacral chakra, you know, they'll sleep with you. They'll sleep with you, they'll marry their fetish, but in the end, you still ain't shit.
You a fetish. You a hobby.
Fetish. They married their fetish, or boyfriended their girlfriended their fetish, whatever.
You're something that I could grow out of. Sharika Bradley said, but after they use her, she will be treated just like the rest of us. Or as I think it's not Professor Black Truth. Yeah, it is Professor Black Truth. He coined it. I don't know if he coined this, but he always says that white supremacy always breaks its tools.
Interesting.
Right? So she's being used as a tool. So we can rest assured that after they get done using her, it's gonna be broke. Like, for example, I keep on telling people, like, you see all these scandals that pop up with people as they retire or get older, and I'm telling y'all have to keep your eyes open, because one of the ones that's gonna catch a lot of people by surprise is gonna be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is gonna have it's coming, y'all. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Michael Jordan.
He's gonna have his
it's gonna be. Listen, he's gonna have his Cosby moment. I'm not
Cosby moment.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have, because you know he's going to have a Cosby moment, because it's like, all right, we done gave you the best life. Now it's time for us to loot you. Because really, think about this. In many cases, a lot of rich black people are looked at as cash reserves for people with more money. So when they want your money, what they do is they loot your ass. You tell them no once too many times. You show you got spine once too many times. You make them feel uncomfortable once too many times. They loot your ass. And all of us, we done seen the looting happen. We seen, even with people that ain't making big money. You know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers can send you to jail and you don't even be convicted, and they can start selling your shit. They can start raiding your bank accounts. I seen this shit personally.
Yeah.
I seen it personally. Up close. Like, damn, they even charge you. And all your shit is gone. They loot. It's called loot. And it's still a common West Asian practice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we at war. She don't realize it. When they get done with her, you all right, little sister, Sharika, they're going to break her ass. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not in love with you, baby.
Now, do we take her back at that point?
Listen.
Do we do like the movie Queen? I's negra now.
Oh, no, you're not.
What do we do?
See, at that point in time, this is why I keep talking about our borders. You know what I'm saying? There is a certain response to treason. See, but we won't have to worry about that, Navita. Let me say this to you. One or two things, in every gangster movie, almost every, there's a certain rule that how you deal with traitors. right? If you look at gangster movies, you look in war movies, what is the reward of the traitor from the side if that side wins? So if I trade to the side from my people and I move to this group over here, what is the reward that the individual usually gets from the victors?
A lot of times they get killed.
Exactly. Because as the other side, we can't allow you to live because what you demonstrate is something very detrimental to our culture. I can't let you live. I can let you live while I'm using you. But after I'm done with you, I have to dispose of you. So we won't even have to worry about disposing of her. We won't have to worry about her coming back. Because they gonna handle that. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right about that. Mm-hmm.
I ain't even got to worry about it. And she won't even come. Cause by that time she gonna have to go date an Asian or she gonna have to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, she explained this, going back to her story. She explained that it has been weighing very heavily on my heart and mind. There was so much pressure for me to go with the popular opinion with George Floyd. We are being sold a lot of lies at the detriment of the black community, at the detriment of the white community, and at the detriment of America as a whole. You see how she's flipping. She's using bitchcraft, you know? Come on, bitch. Stop it. Just stop it. You know what I'm saying? Just say you don't like us.
Okay, just say you don't like us. That's what it says. Just say you don't like me.
Just say you don't. Let's keep it straight. Let's keep it above board. No, she got to play with the words. She got to work the bitch magic. And then and men do this too. Just in case anybody out there like, what do you mean? We talking about bitchcraft. So she done changed the narrative.
Commit bitchcraft.
Oh man, men in many cases men are much better at it than y'all. The fuck. I mean, really think about it. Bitchcraft it's an art. It's an art. It's an art of confusion. It's an art of changing the story. It's the art of trying to make a lie real. You ever ran into a man doing that type of shit?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, yeah. This is a gender neutral art.
Okay, gender neutral art. It sure is.
I just want to be clear, right? On, let's continue. Hold on, listen. Our culture is unique from other communities because we are the only community that caters to the bottom denomination of our society. Now, she is right. Our culture is unique, but our culture is not unique because of that, bitch. You got it wrong.
Right.
That is not why our culture is unique. Right? Our culture is unique from other communities because we are the only community that caters to the bottom denominators of our society. So you're saying that we are the only culture that caters to the bottom of our society so what do the Asians do with their retarded people? You excuse my terms. Those mentally challenged people. Those people that might come out handicapped. What do they do? What do West Asians do with them? What do white people do with them? Do they just get rid of them? Do they get rid of the mental challenge? We don't do that. Go ahead.
Referring to, I think, and when she's saying that the lowest part of our society, she's referring to people that have been deemed criminal by white society.
Okay.
And with that being said, it doesn't take much to become deemed criminal in white society, and there's plenty of criminals in white society, but they're just not labeled as such. So that's why they don't cater, in her mind, to them, because it's a minority of the people in their community.
Oh, supposedly, right?
They don't get labeled as.
They don't get.
But many of us get that label. If we were to not embrace the quote unquote criminal, hell, we wouldn't talk to half the people we fucking know.
But then once again,
so just because they have that label doesn't make them, that. Now they say he robbed somebody, put his gun to somebody's belly in the past or something.
What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
And I don't even know, but this is
he served time for that. That shit don't even matter in this case. That ain't
even
had
if
shit
he
to do.
did, who knows
Right.
what really happened? We taking the word of the white man what he said happened.
My issue is none of that shit matter because none of that he wasn't being arrested for that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, so her issue and her issue and what she don't realize is that in many cases, being born black is a goddamn crime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You grow up in a neighborhood where motherfuckers have traditionally not been able to work, and in many cases, and if they are able to get a job, the job don't pay enough for you really to live. So what is left for you? So she says
they commit just as much crime.
They commit more
than we do.
They commit more.
They're just not exactly. They're just not brought up on charges on that. So she can miss me on how we embrace.
Oh my God!
Element. They embrace their criminals. They're just not fucking called that.
They're not called criminals. They embrace hedge fund managers. They embrace those motherfuckers who threw all those motherfucking mortgages together and caused the whole how many motherfuckers?
Their president.
Oh my God! All these motherfucking criminals and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just white collar. That's what they call it. White collar. But Shaka, you was trying to say something, brother. You better get in here while you can, my man.
Let me ask y'all something. Who in our history is most iconic because of black folk in education?
What do you mean? Like, are you saying like an educated person in our community?
No, like who has been the face of of black universities? I guess what I'm getting at is when you look at Bill Cosby's role in bringing an ideal of education or higher education for the black American, you look at where he's at today, it's pretty relevant to our narrative leading to now. Does that make sense?
I can pull it together, brother. I can pull it together.
Pull it together for me.
All right, cool. So the major face of black education or at least black higher education for our generation was Bill Cosby. Right? So so what he's saying is that if we look at how it ended up for Bill Cosby, how can any of us escape this criminal piece that this bitchcraft woman is talking about? The black face, an individual that was dropping millions and millions of dollars on black higher education, ended up getting taken down by angry white women, getting destroyed, getting criminalized.
White women. Dope fiend ass white.
Dope fiend, which was a crime too. See, because I want you to understand, the pills that he was giving them were illegal. They all admitting that they took this pill, but none of them are in jail. That pill, that Quaalude was you ain't allowed. You weren't supposed to have them. So by you partaking in that shit, you broke the law too. But I'm white and I say so, and my feelings was hurt, and I need some money right now, Your Honor, so somebody got to pay. We need to loot this nigga.
Right.
We need to criminalize him. Not every black American is committing crimes, right? But a whole bunch of white Americans are. You know what I'm saying? They committing crimes. But we are unique in that we are the only people that fight and scream and demand support for people in the community that are up to no good. And see, she's changing the narrative again. That's that bitchcraft. Bitch, it's like Have you ever been in a conversation with somebody that always take what you trying to say in the wrong way? It's almost like you like, look, I didn't say that. Where you hear that at?
Right.
Right? So she says, we are the only community that fight and scream at them. You say what?
You led off and said we are, and then that's the kind of person be like, who you mean we?
No, I'm talking about it says we are the people that fight and scream and demand support for the people in our community that are up to no good. The only thing we are arguing about is people receiving just treatment by the goddamn law. By the law. That's all we asking for. She done took it to where we done made George Floyd a martyr and a hero. I stand against this whole idea. And it's almost like, where'd she get that shit from? Did you say that to her, Navita? Shaka, did you say that shit? Shaka, did you say that shit? Did you say that shit in the song? Did you call George Floyd where'd she get this shit from? You know what I'm saying? And this is just that bitch crap because she's building up her own reality. And because she has all this white support, she can afford to build up this whole reality. And the day of reckoning is coming, baby, because they going to let you know who you are very soon. And it might not even be soon. But go ahead.
Is that you never know what her Facebook feed looked like. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that it's so many factors and it's so many manipulators. The same reason why, the state of urgency that comes across in your Facebook messages don't necessarily make it to the recipients that you want it to. The piece is that if there's someone who can regulate her media to keep her misinformed, well, that's really the practice that wins the war of today.
Sister Sharika said, leave her to the wolves. And she also said, a lot of people here saying that we don't. She said, leave her to the wolves. That's my baby. That's my baby. I seen her come up. That's a lot of people here saying that we don't make this kind of noise for black on non-black, on black, and blah, blah, blah. So they refuse to say anything for someone they don't know. And so now, that's a whole nother bitchcraft argument. Black on black crime. Right? That don't have nothing to do with none of this shit. Black on black crime ain't got shit to do with somebody sworn to protect the community killing a motherfucker publicly. What in the world does that got to do with black on black crime? And nobody ever talks about white on white crime or Asian on Asian. Motherfuckers do crime where they are. Period. That's where they do crime. So, crime happens to black people by black people because we live in close vicinity. It happens to Italians. It happens Hispanic to Hispanic. So,
you know what?
Go ahead.
Put yourself on the outside of it because, because emotionally, we think of black on black differently. I think on the outside looking in, when people say black on black, it's really discounted because it's intended. You understand what I mean? It's like when you say black on black, that means the conditioning is working. And so I think it's a whole extra layer to it when anytime you or anybody else says black on black crime. Because that's the one thing that is intentional about the conditioning and about and from the crack era on, you've seen it, right? It's like, even from a judicial level, where if you were caught up in a crack case, on any level, on a receiving end or however, it was a mandatory 35.
Scobie.
Right?
Right.
So you look at the things that's intentional and you look at the language that you speak. And every time you speak of black on black, that's just like, that tongue in cheek to them, like, yo, we still winning because we believe in, that's something that that's ingrained in even our dilemma. It's not. It's an outcome of the system or the conditioning that's used against us, black on black crime.
Right. But my piece is, for example, is black on black crime is a form of witchcraft, right? I'm gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
not witchcraft, bitchcraft, because they're taking something that happens with everybody and exaggerating with us. So they're making a problem where there's not right. Making it something that they could use to justify how they treat us when the same thing is happening in other places. Y'all violent amongst each other.
In communities,
right?
In every place,
exactly.
In every place. So,
and let me
wish black people would quit saying that.
Right?
That's
no, I don't.
Hard.
I don't, because what that does is see, because what we getting now, we're getting to a point where we're gonna be able to start making our borders. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole piece is we don't need everybody. Some of these niggas got to go. When they come in and they saying shit like this, well, what about black on black crime? Well, how about you stay over there? I already know who you with. I already know who you with. Because first off, you ain't did no thinking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? We the only motherfuckers committing crimes in America. How many people lost houses in 2008? Them motherfuckers ain't not a damn motherfucker on Wall Street went to jail. Nobody went to jail. These motherfuckers, look, we done had motherfuckers that done did shit against the United States and go to jail for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I got a friend that went to jail for about 8 years for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up here like, and here's another bitchcraft term: spending power. Black spending power. See, it's so much warped shit out here. They got us just chewing on all types of shit, because and this is how you could tell when bitchcraft is at work, because they'll use a term with us, but not with nobody else. I have never seen an article where a motherfucker talk about white spending power. Never. Never.
Well, you never will, because that's a given when you on top, I think.
When you're on top. So when you're on top, I can exaggerate what you do, and because, and also I can exaggerate shit to get you to do what I want you to do. Y'all got a lot of spending power. You need to spend that money. You need to spend that money. You need a new washer. You need a new car. You that old car, I know the car is running good, but you need to go and spend, because you as a group, y'all got a lot of spending power. Who is it? Sharika say it's almost like arguing with the wall. That's what bitchcraft is. It gets you basically arguing against yourself, and it keeps us separated. Because she claims our culture, but she don't want no parts of our culture. Why do you even get to say that? Our culture is unique from other communities. So how do you have the right to do analysis of our culture when you're trying to fit into somebody else's culture?
Right. So bad you trying to fit.
You're analyzing our culture from not even a subject, from an objective perspective. It's white kids that are marching right now that are more qualified to do a judgment of our community than you. See, we have people out here that's getting over on the fact that they are our color, but they don't want to. They don't share in our true experience, what we're experiencing right now. They believe that they have escaped, but as Sister Sharika says, let the wolves have them. Leave them to the wolves, because they coming. Oh, they coming.
She's under the illusion that she has escaped.
Exactly.
Because they let her in the house.
Exactly. She's under illusion. All.
They let her in the house, but she's still a nigga.
I don't think she even in the house yet, because she's doing a whole lot of bug dance.
In the house.
I don't think she in the house. I think
She in the
they
house,
might be on the
but
porch.
people in the house still buck dance.
She
People
on
in
the porch.
house still buck dance. Now
You know.
she in the house and she getting and Master having his way with her every night in the house.
You think so?
She in the house. Oh yeah, she in the house, and he done gave her the illusion of inclusion by bringing her in there, but she just don't know that she really on the porch, bitch. But she don't see that.
Oh,
He done gave her the illusion of inclusion by bringing her all the way in the house.
We're all the same. We all the same. You know. I mean,
because her white man has been known to say some racist things.
Who's her dude? You know who her dude is?
He's not famous, but he's it's been talked about where he has like tweeted different things, and she, seems to back his white ass with some of the stuff that he has said. I can't recall exactly what they were, but I know they were racist with racist overtones.
And you know what? The best part is it don't even matter because, like I said, she go get it in the end. She go find out who's the friends.
Yeah.
Huh? Shit. She might be able to date one of these dudes in this picture after they get out. But anyway, the controversial commentator noted that what she was saying was not any defense for Chauvin, but really it is, and that Floyd's family deserves justice. Thank you, bitch, for allowing his family to be able to receive justice on the way that he died. Just because he was a criminal does not mean you deserve to die at the knee of an officer. Okay, we can agree on that. So what are you saying? I can't say it enough. No, he did not deserve to die in that manner. So in bitchcraft, what happens is she'll build up a whole argument, then they'll come back around the end and basically agree with you, but there was really no, it's like you're saying there was no disagreement, but we can't disagree with you more. I'm confused. So he did not deserve to die in that manner. So what is your whole statement about? What are you angry about? Oh, you're angry because you see some of your white friends being uncomfortable when you come in the room. How dare you young white kids and black people make me have to feel funny as I walk in the room with my white friends. Make me the focus of conversation. What do you think about the George Floyd thing? Well, George Floyd had a criminal record. He broke the law. And I don't like the fact that they made him a martyr and a hero, but I don't think they're saying that you can't tell me about my people. I'm black. You can't discuss this with me. So she got it. She get it both ways. She gets to be the expert on black in the room. A motherfuckers that don't know. Don't make me get ghetto on you. I would love to hear her say some shit like that. I really would. I'm quite sure she used that often in her conversations with her white feminates. I'm quite sure she do that. But anyway, she added, but I am not okay. She added, but I am not going to accept the narrative that is the best the black community has to offer. That this is the best the black community has to offer. Now, this is an argument that, Navita, why are you making that argument?
What?
Candace just said that you believe that George Floyd was the best that our community has to offer. This is the argument that you making. You too, Shaka, you goddamn musician. You up here singing about motherfuckers. You saying that George Floyd was the best that we got to offer?
Who said that shit? I don't know.
That's what Candace is saying. Candace just called me and she told me that's what you said.
Man,
I just got to
call you. You too dark skinned to even let her. She wouldn't call you for nothing.
Don't hurt my feelings like that. You think I'm too dark for Candace Owens?
She ain't messing with nobody dark skin. She don't fuck with herself.
You say she ain't fucking with herself. I don't even like to
fuck with herself.
You so dark, you don't even show up as a Facebook friend.
I ain't got a chance with Candace. Damn. Well, anyway, I thought it was Candace, and Candace says that you told her, Navita, that George Floyd was the best that our community has to offer. And you too, Shaka, she said you wrote a song about it while you was trying to sing to her and talk to her behind my back. I thought we was friends. How you gonna take this beautiful black queen from me? You gonna try to sing her with your silky voice? You gonna try to take Candace away? Come on, man. So her whole argument is based in the fact that she says that the narrative that we are painting is that George Floyd is the best that the black community has to offer.
I don't know who fuck black people she be talking to. She ain't even got no real black friends. So I don't.
See, but
she can't because she don't even like black people. So.
Well, now let's don't assume that because she's not by herself.
Oh, she don't.
She's not by herself.
Same old.
Now, but where is she getting the idea of this narrative that she is presenting? Because what this is a talking point. This ain't some shit. See, I wouldn't be surprised if she does not have a list of talking points for each day that she exists.
Because she regurgitates the shit that her Keebler boyfriend tells her to say.
That's a talking. Exactly. Exactly. She is basically a Muppet.
She takes his one of the white talking points that he gives her, and she comes on out here and spews that bullshit to the masses.
But I'm gonna tell you like this: it might not even be her boyfriend. This might because this is the issue. What we're talking about, what she's talking about, and the narrative that she's painting is not just limited to her. These are talking points that are distributed on a regular basis. She probably wake up in the morning and has a news feed with the talking points of the day.
Nah, she getting that shit from her dude.
I'm telling you, it's bigger. It's bigger than her dude. Because when you talk to these people, they all come around to the same point. It's bigger than him. I'm telling you.
We know it's bigger than him, but she still talks to him. Right. And he is
a
voice of the masses.
He might not want.
But she talks about it on her Twitter and stuff. They do talk. She gets stuff from him, and she does. If you ever seen,
I don't look at her Twitter.
She brings her boyfriend in.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Tariq Nasheed talks about it all the time, and he brings her boyfriend in and all of that. The stuff that's from her and her boyfriend. But anyway, I think that they get up in the morning and he's like, okay, let me give my nigger what I need her to say.
I don't think
Negro bed when she go out today. And she'll represent us in the masses.
I think it's bigger than that. And this is why. This is what I'm gonna say. Because what she's saying is on a lot of people's minds. So I'm thinking they might go through maybe they go through a new feed together. So they could go. Because this shit is crazy. And then on top of that, man, just like she imagines her interaction with black folks, she might be imagining her interaction with this boyfriend. That shit might not even be real because this bitch's perception of us is totally unreal. Bitchcraft. She done fooled you so much you think she actually got a boyfriend. She might got somebody to just come over there and go home.
You're just talking because you got lips.
Well, okay. All right.
You got a boyfriend. And
we don't know that. I'm just saying. She might got somebody. She might got somebody that's dicking her down. That don't mean she got a boyfriend.
They live together.
Oh God.
Stop with it. That's not even relevant. The fact of the matter is that.
I'm telling you, it might even be like a e-bot on Facebook.
Hey, y'all, brother, what's this next? Y'all talking crazy.
You say he blow up
because I ain't never seen your wife ever.
Damn. Why you gonna bring my wife into this? My wife
I'm
exists.
just
She's
saying,
real.
You use that as an example. we, I ain't got no man. You ain't never seen my man ever, so I ain't got no man either. So shit, we over here
Well,
faking.
you had to bring my wife up in it. I mean, but you got a point there. I mean, I told her that. I told her that all the time.
I ain't never seen my dude. I can say, y'all be like, he ain't got no motherfucking man. I ain't never seen him. She say she do. He might be incarcerated, but shit, we don't know where the motherfucker is. He might not be existing at all.
I'm just saying. I
know.
mean, but you ain't the first one that said that shit. Your wife ain't real. You adopted those kids. You.
Cause they look just like you for real anyway.
You made them your goddamn self. Now that she here, she'll pop up in something real soon. For whatever reason, it has become fashionable over the last 5 or 6 years for us to turn criminals into heroes overnight. Navita, I'm sorry, this is deeper than a boyfriend. She's delusional.
You can have conversations with individuals and still have a deeper issue or deeper depth to the issue at hand. We all talk to individuals. Just because you talk to me doesn't mean like, oh, that goes deeper than Navita, but you still talk to me. Even though you may have talked to me, one is not synonymous with the other. Okay. Yeah, it could go deeper than the boyfriend, but it doesn't mean she doesn't talk to him. I'm sorry y'all can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I think a lot of people really have a big problem with that. But those two things can
You sound like Candace Owens right now. You insult me like Candace right now.
It's a simultaneous thing that's
she
going on at the same time.
She said, I can't help it.
Have conversations with individuals and big pictures still exist at the same time. Oh, poor thing. Okay, but it's cool.
Sharika says she acts like she never had none. Well, Sharika, she might be acting like she having too much and too many. But all right, that's me. It is something I find despicable. George Floyd was not an amazing person. George Floyd is being upheld as an amazing human being. Owens alleged that Floyd was high at the time of his death and pointed to his criminal history. Floyd's criminal past included spent 5 years behind bars for robbery and assault.
Well, this is what I need to know from from everybody. Like, at what point does a man deserve that type of death? Like, what did he do to make it all right? But with something that you say about him, or you're like, he probably, it's probably better off that way. What is that one thing that that would make that all right?
See now, and this is the bitchcraft. They'll bring it back and say, I'm not saying that it's okay. I want his family to have justice. This is the bitchcraft of it. Because she said it, she starts off with his family deserves justice. But then she goes into destroying or trying to destroy his character. And then when you bring a question like that, he did nothing to deserve a death like that. He didn't deserve a death like that. He deserves justice. But yet and still, he was high when
I really want to dig into the American psyche right now. And maybe it's a little bit taboo, but at what point does a man deserve that type of death? Is there a particular pedophile in mind? You know what I mean? Like a pedophile. Does a pedophile deserve that type of death? Will we be like, all right, well, because that's the type of thing that they try to do with the narrative. They try to stick on that one thing.
No, that's the type of thing that you saying they're going to try to do. What they're going to say is, no, he didn't deserve to die like that. I mean,
he was, for what, especially what he was being accused of, did not merit what had happened.
Where's R.
And
Kelly?
in this country, you are supposed to be innocent before what is it? Before proven
Innocent
until proven guilty.
innocent until proven guilty, unless you don't have the money
that's just
or you black.
Right, because you're in jail.
Right.
As soon as you get a charge, you're locked the fuck up. And if they put you a bond on there, you're staying in jail, innocent and all. So shit. That's
you
the
can't
biggest
afford it, right.
of European bullshit I done heard them come up with.
So she says, we shouldn't be buying T-shirts with his name on it. She said, he was a violent criminal, she said of Floyd. I don't, all right, we only got that, but Candace, I really don't want, and I want you to think about the concept of her name. This bitch's name is Candace. I want y'all to think about that. Do some research.
What we think about? You ever know any white people named Candace? Is that what I don't know?
No. You got to look at where the name Candace come from. What is a Candace?
Well, school is on it.
What?
I said school is on it. Where'd it come from?
I'm not gonna give you that. I'm just dropping. I'm just gonna drop that shit for you, cause you supposed to know. God damn it. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? You can start in Ethiopia possibly. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere around there. But anyway, for whatever reason, it's become fashionable. Oh, my fault. She said Owens added, everyone is pretending that this man lived a heroic lifestyle. We are embarrassing in that regard. Nobody wants to tell the truth in black America. Our biggest problem is us. The only thing missing is she's like,
What the hell she talking about?
She concluded the clip by saying, anyway, this is just a rant because I have been feeling super annoyed by these depictions in society. I have no apologies to make. George Floyd is not my martyr. He can be yours. Oh, thank you for your permissions, oh Candace. Oh, you're so wise and so intelligent. And I don't think anybody made the nigga a hero. They made him a symbol of injustice, in a long line. I don't understand. See, and Candace has the ear of the white boy that's sitting on the couch at home with all the weapons, who's talking shit about, he's waiting for the tweet from Donald Trump where he thinks he's going to be able to come into where we are and clear all this shit up in less than an hour. Please, those of you that have white friends like that or might know, you know what I'm saying, let them know that just like they believe that their best is sitting on the couch waiting for the right moment, the G's ain't even hit the goddamn streets yet. So, y'all come with that bullshit if you want. Because I swear motherfuckers be acting like they stop selling bullets when they stop selling them to you. I'm just saying, they stopped teaching karate after they taught you. Right? Come on now. But anyway, let me keep on moving. Owens also took to Twitter on June 4th. Oh my God, on June 4th. During the broadcast of Floyd's emotional memorial service. Oh, she got her opportunity here.
I gotta hang up.
Why? What'd I do? I pissed you off? Hello? I done made her mad. What'd I do? Navita, what's going on? Okay, I'm sorry. All right. I don't know. I ain't make her mad, but whatever. I did something. But anyway, let's see.
I think karate chop you.
Oh, she gonna karate chop me?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's finish. Can't read this. This bitch is crazy. She called Meghan Markle and President Trump in scathing tweets. Oh wait. Owens also took to Twitter on June 4th during the broadcast of Floyd's emotional memorial service. She called out Meghan Markle and President Trump in scathing tweets, slamming them for treading to remain relevant by pretending to care about black Americans' issues that he knows nothing about, along with Joe Biden for attending the funeral. Oh my God. Y'all gonna read all that yourself. I'm done. We done read it. We done talked about it. All right, Brother Shock, you got a closing statement for the family. You got something else you want to talk about?
No, I think we can put a button on it.
All right, we gonna kill this one, right? So, family, it was a pleasure talking with you. I had a real good time. I want to thank each and every last one of you for sharing your time with us. Hopefully, it was something productive. But remember, the ultimate goal is to get you to think. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like what I say. You don't even have to like how I say it. You know what I'm saying? But if I caused you to think in any form or fashion, I did my job. And if I inspired you to want to get your voice out there, by all means, do so, because we need as many community journalists or community writers or community expressors out there as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because one of y'all out there is holding the key. One of y'all is holding the key to our freedom. And you might be the one out there that's hiding your voice. You know what I'm saying? We have these devices. We can share our thoughts. If you don't want to share with everybody, just share with some of your friends. All right? Stop being scared. So let me go on and let's go and let's do this. Thank you for joining us. But family, take a couple moments to enjoy. And you too can become a supporter of G&J Media.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Born to be great.
AMBOBE is an acronym, Mind, Body, and Universal Balance Empowerment Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, and Bube. Mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?